All right. So on the screen, we got President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Musa Gasal. And in this video, he's talking about the Super Eagles coaching situation. Of course, the team has been under interim head coach Augustin Eguavon. He handled the team for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, got the team to the upcoming AFCON. But now a new coach seems to be on the way in the nearest future. And the president is going to be talking about that in this video. He's also going to be talking about the African Nations Championship, the home-based Eagles. Has some things to say about them. Also, now I will be pausing the video from time to time to give some commentary. But before we start, please make sure to smash that like, subscribe to the channel, comment, share, all that good stuff. Thank you very much.
Well, Nigerians will know the coach of the Super Eagles very soon. I'm sure you are aware that the technical committee sat on Thursday to discuss about it, and I'm just waiting for their report. And if we go through the report with the approval of the board, then we move on. But definitely Nigerians will know the coach of the Super Eagles who will steer the affairs of the team going to the World Cup qualifiers. I cannot preempt the color of the manager because, as I've said earlier, the technical committee sat on this issue, and then in the application for this job there are black colors and there are white colors. So we wait for the recommendation of the committee, and it is only the recommendation of the committee that we will look at as a board, and then we set it out. But the basic thing is that it's going to be very, very soon, because we are all concerned, and we want whoever is going to take charge of the team to start immediately.
Now, for the first part, I think my only issue is the last few things the president said. You're saying that you're basically in a rush. You need the coach to come in as soon as possible. If you needed that, you would have had the coach in last year. So let's not make it seem like you're in a rush now after you waited to the last minute, because this is the last minute. If you really wanted the coach to have the time he needed to do the job that you want, you would have given him the time he needed to do the job you want, and you would have hired him last year. Let's keep it real now. This is a last minute situation. This is not well planned out. If it was well planned out, you would have had the coach at least last year. You had months and months to come up with a coach. So that's just my only issue with that. It is a big issue, but it is my only issue. We're going to get to the next part.
And that's why we come up with a policy. Whichever coach we employ to manage the Super Eagles will be the one to manage Chan Eagles. So therefore, you cannot be given an opportunity to manage a team comprising of all home-based players. And at the end of the tournament, you come and tell us that you don't see one or two players that you feel they can be injected into the senior national team.
Now, for this part right here, I'm not the biggest fan of, because you're bringing in the coach at last minute for this. I mean, you could understand World Cup qualifiers. You got some time before that. I think it's in March. But the African Nations Championship will be played next month. The first of next month will be the first match. And you're trying to tell me within 3 weeks you're bringing in a coach? This is not, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like something that's going to work. I feel like the coaches that we already have there, Daniel Ogumodede, the Remo Stars head coach, Fideli Silechukwu, the Enugu Rangers head coach, these guys did a fantastic job. Now, I know they'll probably be on the new coach's staff and all, but for me, I'm like, if it's not broke, why fix it? The team is rolling. But moving on.
You saw what happened the last match we played for them to qualify for the next CHAN against Ghana. A lot of people look at it as there is hope in Nigerian football, because we actually saw the Nigerian spirit in the boys, especially the match they played in Uyo. People are just talking about what happened in Uyo. They don't talk about what happened in Accra, Ghana. It was not easy to get a draw there.
Now, this part right here, I'm like, come on now, because you're basically making an argument against what you said in the last part. You're talking about the new coach is going to be taking over the home-based Super Eagles. But right here, you're also talking about how great the home-based Super Eagles did against a heated rival. They go away from home, play a draw, come back, handle business 3-1, no problems at all. This is something that we failed to do in 2 straight editions, and these coaches handle business short time, still got the job done, and the best they can get is somebody taking their job. I mean, I'm not a fan of that one right there. Now, for the part about the coach selecting players from the Chan team and taking them to the main Super Eagles, I don't feel like you have to be the head coach of the Chan team to do that. You could do that from your sitting room. You can watch them on TV and be like, this guy, and this guy are good enough to play for the main team.
We deliberately want them to have a place where they can be fully calmed and settled without any distraction. And then they are going to spend about 2 weeks there. Then from there, we look for a venue that we are going to take them for a foreign camping, where they will have some quality friendly match to play before they move on to the venue of the tournament. So we are very much aware of our responsibility, and we are ready to make sure that we give them all the preparation they deserve, because as I said earlier, I want Nigerians to start with the Chan tournament, and by the grace of God, we'll do that.
So for that part, the president is talking about the home base Super Eagles. Of course, they're currently camping at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene, and that's what he was talking about right there. He said they're going to be there for a couple of weeks, and then they'll be leaving the country, according to the president. They'll be camping outside the country, playing a couple of friendly matches. Then from there, they'll hit the African Nations Championship. Now, there's kind of some doubts when it comes to where the team will be camping. He said they'll try to find a place for the team to camp. So the place is not set yet. So hopefully they can get that done, and hopefully they can get some teams to play in some friendly matches, because that's definitely necessary right there. But let me know your thoughts on everything said by the president. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.